Hi folks. Hi, Brian Clancy is watching, that's great. And Paddy honing up the road for me as well as coming on with me. That's great, Paddy. I hope you have the apron on. I'll be able to walk up to you now anyway, since my distance is extended. Great to see you all. Antoinette, I'm delighted to see you on there, and I hope Anthony's on there as well. There's no point in Mammy cooking, Anthony. It's you I want to see with that apron. Delighted to have you here with me tonight. Another nice day here in West Clare. Seems we'll be here for another while. We'll have to find more jobs to do, I think. Nice sunny day anyway, which is good. Really delighted to see you there. Vincent, delighted. Welcome from Donegal. I'm doing things right tonight, Vincent. And I hope Rory and Alva in Australia and Melbourne are checking in there. They're going to work now. So I hope you're all safe out there. We have a very easy recipe tonight, folks, but just a treat. It's very easy. I kept it simple. There's lots of complications that we could do, but maybe to start with, we'd keep it simple. And it's a nice treat for the weekend, and it's something you could make and you could have it over a couple of days. Or if you're visiting or you're bringing food to anyone, I have a few ideas for putting it into containers as well for the people. So that's nice to see, really, because you know these days we all know people that are cocooning, and we like to give them some food. So that's important. I'm not sure our Garda Síochána weren't on my road today, so they may be back in the morning, so they'll be able to get some cheesecake pots. And we're doing them with lemon and blueberry, but I have a few suggestions for serving as well. Sinead, delighted to see you there, Sinead Brown, and I'm sure Bridie's there with you as well. So I'll just wait, I'll give you a few minutes there for everybody to check in. We're probably all after watching the news and Leo, so we're all maybe a little bit with heavy hearts, even though we knew it was coming, but we still find it hard to listen to. He does a great job, though, I must say. We must admire him. It's not easy for him to come out and say, to keep us all in lockdown for another 2 weeks. But in West Clare, we're all so lucky, really, to have space. We can do our walks, we have our gardens, we have no problems. We're so lucky. So this is a cheesecake recipe, folks, but it's a very easy one, you know, so I won't make it complicated for you. And I'm doing it in pots or jars. So I'm just going to show you while we're waiting there for people to check in. There's glasses, a nice little tumbler like this you could use. Or I love these Kilner jars. But mine, a lot of them are in the pantry, so I wasn't up there to get them. I might get up after the weekend. There's another little idea for a dish as well, which is good. Or the other idea that I wanted to show you as well is if you have any kind of a glass like this is nice. Or I bought a set of these glasses in an antique shop, and they're brilliant to use as well. Okay? There's another idea as well that you could use, a little smaller maybe. Or the other idea, I just did a few bases last night, is a little china cup. I know you're probably saying, God, she's mad about china cups. So it's a nice one to use. These are another glass there, but little bigger, so it might be just too big a portion because it is quite rich. Okay, so Brian, when you're making it there for all the neighbours now, you might be able to do them even in my little muffin containers again. These are very handy, and pop them into the tin and you can make them. I just filled a few last night to have them done. Is that okay with everyone? So we just maybe put this up a little bit, that's okay. So there's a few base. I'll just talk to you about the base now. So what I've here is, I've 100 grams of gold grain biscuits, okay, gold grain biscuits, and I've 100 grams of ginger nut. And the ginger nut really are lovely to use, okay, because they give it a lovely crunchy, bite in it really. So that's important. So ginger nut and digestive. Now if you've only digestive at home, that'll be fine. You don't have to go out buying 2 lots of biscuits. Liam Doyle all the way from Athlone is in there again tonight. I hope you've the apron on, Liam, and you're doing a great job. And you'll never have to cook again when I'm finished with him. Okay, so you have 200 grams of biscuits. Okay, so I ground them up in my food processor last night, just into crumbs. Or use the rolling pin and bash them in a plastic bag. You don't have to even get out the food processor if you don't want to be dirty in it. And the other thing then I did was added 100 grams of butter. So if you have 200 grams of biscuits, you have 100. If you have 300, you have 150. And you always know whether it's okay. Just squeeze it in your fingers like that, and you can feel a little bit of butter there. We do that in the pantry, which is good. Sometimes maybe they mightn't be weighed properly. So it's important to just, mix them nicely. So I just mix the biscuits and the butter together like that there. Okay, and what I added to it was 50 grams of hazelnuts. Okay, and these give it a lovely little bit of a crunch. You could also add walnuts, or you could also add brown sugar. Right, so the butter was melted, the biscuits are put into a powder, you mix the two, and you add 50 grams of hazelnuts. And you can buy them like that, toasted and chopped, so you've nothing to do. So all you do after that then is decide in your containers. Now, of course, you can make one large cheesecake out of this as well if you want to. Now, today I'm going to do kind of layers just to show you that, it would give you a variation on the recipe. So I just need to just pack this down a little bit, there like that. So that's important. Just pack it down. You can do it with the back of a spoon as well. It'll sit for you. And that'll sit once it goes into the fridge. That's important. Is that okay with everyone? Just wait for more people there that are checking anything. Now, after that, your biscuits are all filled in the bases of the glasses, whichever ones you want, or in your muffin tins, whatever. So I'm going to keep a little bit of biscuit crumb because I want to do layers. So after that, you start on your filling, right? And you need cheese, right? And I'm using today Philadelphia cheese, the good old Philadelphia. So I have 300, which is really the large size container. There's 325 in that. So I just added it in. A little bit extra won't matter. And after that, I have 300 milliliters of cream. Now this is the killer really. You're going to have fresh cream, but also you have double cream. Now this I know you might squinch and say double cream, double fat. So you can do half and half. I have here tonight 200 of double and 100 of just normal cream. So what I did then before we started was I just whipped it softly, just very softly like that. Was that okay with everyone? Very soft. Don't do butter. I don't know if you know, if you whip the cream too much, you end up with butter, so you can have butter to put on your bread in the morning. So just barely softly whip it. So that's very easy. Here's my cream cheese. I have it in the bowl, nice and soft. You don't even need a mixer for this recipe. Now your next question is the flavour. So today I'm going to use lemon. But now if you don't like lemon, you could do vanilla. You could just put vanilla extract. Now I have the rind of a lemon done here, and I did it with a microplane. I don't know if you're familiar with these, it's a grater, but it does it very fine, extremely fine. And just be careful that you don't add, the white part of the lemon, the pith it's called. So be careful of that, because it makes it, you might say, why can't I? It will make it very bitter. So there you go, just all the rind in, and then I cut the lemon in half, and just I have a little lemon squeezer here. So I just add in some juice of the lemon to give it nice flavour. Is that okay with everyone? See, this is very handy really. So you there's just a little stone there, I think. We pop it out. Okay, so there we go. We mix it up like that there, and you have to sweeten it. So I'm adding in then 100 grams of icing sugar or caster sugar. Whatever you have, that's fine. Okay, just need to get my names up there. That's fine. So just mix it around, the cream cheese and the icing sugar. You can't go wrong, just lightly. Don't do it with a beater really, because it will, yeah, thanks. Just need to be quick there, that's it. So look at, just soft, I'd show you there, just really soft, really soft. And then after that, all you do is fold in the cream. You can do it in 2 stages, just a folding. Is that okay with everyone? Barely folding. Okay, so in goes the cream. So it's a bit luscious and maybe it's a bit rich, but it's, you know, lovely. And it's a bank holiday weekend, and I suppose Leo didn't give us too fabulous a news, but we'll cope. So this is your treat. I think you should all decide to have a treat for the weekend. So you just fold that there, okay? Fold it. Very, very easy. And what I always do is I just taste it to see, is there enough flavouring there? There's a nice little kick of lemon juice there. I'm just going to add just a tiny little bit more, because I like things nice and lemon, to have a good lemon flavour. So is that okay with everyone? So we're finished with the grater. And what you need again tonight is, if you have the piping bag, but you can spoon it in as well. Is that okay with everyone? You can spoon. No problem there. Okay, yeah, I don't need the jug. Yeah, my assistant chef, he's getting very good here. He's able to see whether I want it. I'm holding my left hand with the bag. I showed you the last night to sit the bag into the measuring jug. So he's learning. By the time this lockdown is over, Patrick Burke will be a great housekeeper. He's now nearly the garden done and the house is painted. So we're running out of jobs. Okay. So there we go. Look at, folks, into the piping bag and fill. Now I'm going to do a few layers in these. I'll show you. I'm going to then put a little bit of crumb over that again, just to give it a little layer. You can see it's lovely and solid, the cheesecake. And you know, the other type of cheesecake you might be familiar with is to make it with gelatine. So that's a little bit harder, but still very easy. So I'm just going to show you there. I'm just piping. I'm going to go into some of the little muffin containers as well. And here's my Kilner jar. Okay. I put another bit over this guy. I put layers into this one. I put another bit here. So you just, every second turn, you can just to give it a layer. Hope you can see that there now. I'm just layering it here. Okay. So I'm finished now with my mixture. So you can see I got kind of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 portions from that amount. So that will make you one large cheesecake. I just want to wipe this here. And you know, that's a decent amount really, because it is rich. You won't eat too much at a time. And I'm just going to show you then the secret of this really is the lovely toppings that you can use. And I want to show you a few variations tonight. Just wondering now, I think this isn't coming up for me. And there's this guy. Sorry now, folks. Okay, it's all right. Now, so the toppings I just want to show you. I have a selection of them here tonight. And the one that's in my recipe are the blueberries. Okay, so all I did was got blueberries, about 150 grams, and I stewed them with some castor sugar. So, you know, they're not, just a little, about 50 grams of castor sugar. Now, you know, you need these toppings to be kind of a little bit tarty and a little bit sour because the cheesecake is rich, right? So that's one option. The other option is you could use as lemon curd, and I just thinned it out with a little bit of lemon juice. So you might like something like that. The other option then that I love, and this is, I know I'm moving kind of fast here now, is that I use some stewed rhubarb, okay? So Aileen Murtha's coming on board there, Aileen, so I hope now you'll be able to make a nice treat for Ollie the weekend. All his hard work down there in Limerick. So here, folks, is the rhubarb, and I just want to show you how lovely it is. I just popped in a few raspberries and I roasted it in the oven. I never stew rhubarb anymore because it goes into just powder and very light, right? The roasting makes it fantastic. I just popped it in a roasting tin with a sprinkling of sugar, and I end up with lovely chunks of rhubarb. I just love that now, I must say. We do another one of these, maybe with a bit of rhubarb. See, like that there? So it gives the cheesecake a whole new life. Very important. The other thing I just saw the other day in the supermarket, some passion fruit that you could add to the bottom as well. And the other thing you could add as well, I'll just show you for the kids maybe, is some chocolate. I just melted a little bit of chocolate there before I came on air. So you could, if you wanted to, you could add some chocolate to the top of the cheesecake. And after that, then you might have a little Ferrero Rocher that you could pop on top. So kids would love that now, I'm sure. And it just gives it a whole new lease of life. The cheesecake, you're kind of bringing it to another level, really, folks. And if you want to, you could put some lovely chopped hazelnuts on the top there, which would be lovely. I did some in the large glass last night there. So, you know, a little bit of a mint leaf, if you have it, you could pop it on top. So, you know, there's loads. That's bringing a cheesecake, really. And if you wanted to, just even a nice little spoon like that makes a nice job out of them as well. Look at it, brings the cheesecake to a whole new level. Look at the mixed berry, the berry and the lemon. That's what we started out to make. I just think it looks divine. You know, you've loads in a little tumbler. You probably all have tumblers, really. Or else, if you want the chocolate, I just love that. And there's the other one there in our little Kilner jar. You might have those at home that you mightn't be using. We use them for our chutneys and that in the pantry. The other thing is that's bringing a cheesecake, I suppose, folks, to a new level. That's another glass there. I didn't actually show it you. I bought a set of those in an antique shop, and they're very useful, really. They do lots of desserts for us, and they're nice as well. That's bringing a cheesecake to a new level, folks. And Linda's in there from Clare as well, and I hope Stephen. Okay, Stephen, lots of nice goodies here tonight. Harry and Sam, you might like that chocolate one, I'd say, with the Ferrero Rocher. It would suit. I just think to tell you something, we have two little good bits of news here. And that is that I'm hoping to launch a live cookery school on Wednesday. My right-hand man, Vincent, it's a master class. And we're hoping to take maybe a group of people, maybe 10, 12 on board, on Zoom, and you will be cooking with me. So I'm hoping to teach you maybe some nice new skills, and hopefully we might do a main course dish. Since now tonight we've learned the restaurants aren't going to be open for a while, I would like to teach you maybe a main course dish. I have a nice chicken parmesan dish which is all made in one pot, which is wonderful. And what we're hoping to do, that's going to be launched when we finish here tonight on the Facebook Pantry page. And the first 12 names, we will take you on board. All you have to do is just sign in on Facebook. Don't need a number or anything. And just give me your name and maybe what you'd like to learn. Okay, so we will do it next Wednesday night then at 7:30. Okay, 12 people. The other thing is, I just wanted to show you, you know, it's a master class. Today somebody came and gave me a present of some lobsters. So I just cooked them earlier today, and I'm going to have them now for my tea, and I think I'll have the cheesecake after that. So that's good, and then I'll walk Kappa all day tomorrow, I think. But just, it's a nice idea. I'd like to teach you as many skills as you'd like. So that's on Wednesday night, okay, folks, at 7:30. And then on Friday, I have Emer Considine coming on board with me this time next Friday. And she's our rugby player from Kimberhill, which I'm sure you all follow. I'm always following her matches anyway and giving her a big thumbs up. So she's coming on to cook with me. So I think maybe I'll have to leave the cream out next Friday night. So that's why tonight I didn't feel too bad about going the whole hog with the cream and the double cream and the cream cheese. So I think, Kappa, here we come tomorrow for the walking. So if you have any questions, just pop them up there on Facebook and I'll answer you afterwards, okay? So I hope you have a nice weekend. Do the best you can. Keep walking, keep safe. Here we go. And I'll see you on Wednesday evening for the live cookery class. So whoever wants to partake in that, there is no pressure. It'll be lovely. Everyone will be looked after. So feel free to sign up there. It's just been launched on our Facebook page after this. All you have to do is to sign up with us. Okay? Thank you very much.